Hello everyone, welcome back. Hi Nivedita, welcome back. We'll just wait for a couple minutes for everyone to join. So how is your dough looking? This is how my dough looks right now. Hi Sarika. Hi Meghana. Hi Preeti. Hi Neelam. Hi Sarita. Awesome. That's really good. Hi Deepashri. Hi Swati. Hi Rujita. Hi Anu. Hi Uma. Hello everyone. I think most of you are now have logged back in. So let's start with our next session. So this is my dough. This is how much it has risen. So let's before I punch down the dough and we start, this is what we are going to need. We are going to need one egg and a fork to beat our egg and a pastry brush. If you don't have egg, you can use milk as I had suggested in my post. And we are going to need, I am using a basic cookie sheet today to bake our pav, but this is really the ideal pan to bake the pav. This is a 9 by 9 inch square pan, and if you arrange the pavs in this, then you will get those the pavs that look really tall, and as you see in other bloggers or videos. So the 9 by 9 inch pav cake pan is ideal for this, but I don't use this. There's too much work. I just go by using my cookie sheet. So let's crack our egg and beat it. I like to use just the egg white. Feel free to use whole egg. What egg does is it will give us that nice golden color. If you are using milk and butter, the color will be slightly lighter, but if you are using egg, you will get that perfect golden brown color. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to use just the egg white, but you can use full egg. That's optional. We are just going to beat it lightly. And set this aside. Now I hope everybody has joined. All I did was we just we just beat an egg slightly, that's it. Now we'll punch our dough down. This is my dough. We'll just punch it down. Now I have this, and this is what you see in other videos, but I don't use this. I just use our Indian technique, and but what you can do is you can just mark with this and we are going to make 12 balls out of this. Just you can use this, but like I said, because most of you don't have this, I'm just going to go ahead, and after you have done punching it, we are just going to make 12 equal size balls, 12 same size dough balls from this, and we are going to just lay them on the cookie sheet that we have lined with parchment paper. So all I'm going to do is 12 dough balls, and I'm not shaping them. I'm just going to make 12 equal sized balls at this time. That's it. So here are my 12 balls that I have made. And this is how we are going to shape it. Remember in the first video, I mentioned about rolling the dough and tucking it in. That is what we are going to do now for every ball. We are just kind of pulling it down and we are going to tuck it. So we're going to pull the dough down and tuck it. Just pull it down and tuck it. When you do that, you get that smooth top, and that is really the secret, so that you don't see the cracks on the dough. So all I'm doing is I am pulling the dough, I'm stretching the dough and tucking it down. Pulling the dough and tucking it down. That's all I'm doing. Because this is so soft and elastic, it will just take the shape of, see, I'm just pulling the dough and tucking it down. And I'm going to just place it here. Just pulling the dough and tucking it down to get that smooth top. Again, simply pulling it and tucking it. Pull it. So everybody who joined late, all we did was we just punched our dough down. We made 12 balls out of our dough, and now we are shaping them. Seema, if you have joined right now, we punched the dough, we made 12 equal sized portions, and now we are just shaping our balls. Do you see when you stretch it, how it becomes soft? You should, see this portion, it is not smooth at all. And what happens is when you just go on doing round and round, you can do it. But when you do use this technique, in this also you should be able to tuck the dough down with your thumb. So this, I don't know how to explain, so that's why this is the best way where I can show you what I'm doing. It's just making a smooth surface. Jyoti, I don't know, I have never used nutritional yeast, but I think you should still go ahead and make your instead of just throwing the dough, I'll still suggest that you go ahead and you make the buns, and we'll see what happens after they bake. So our 12 buns are ready. We will place them close to each other. They should just barely touch each other. Here is how my tray looks. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the egg wash to it. Why close? Mrunal, I didn't get your question. I'm just applying the egg white wash to our buns. Kalpana Tayi, if you just joined me, all we did was we punched down our dough and we made 12 equal size buns out of it. We shaped them and now we are applying the egg white wash to it. Why close to each other? The reason we keep them close to each other is because you want to see the ladi, right? If you keep them at a distance from each other, you will see they will puff up as individual buns instead of one ladi. So when they are together, they will form the shape of a ladi, which is they'll stick to each other when they are rising and when they are baking. But it is optional. It's how you want. If you want them as individual buns, you can bake them separately. If you want them as ladi, you can keep them, you know, attached together. Like I said, this is the ideal pan to bake 12 buns in this. In this you'll really get those tall paos that you see in other videos. So I'm going to finish applying the egg wash. So here they are. And if everybody is can we use same dough for making bread loaf? Absolutely, Sarita. You actually, if you want to make bread loaf, then instead of using milk, you should use water for this. You can still use butter, but you should use water, and also not 1/4 cup of milk. You should use little less liquid if you are making a big loaf. And I'll talk about it in the last 20 minutes when we are actually baking our paos. So if everybody is done shaping their buns, again, now definitely your oven should be empty and the light should be on. We are not going to turn the oven on right now. We are just going to turn the light on of our convection oven, and we are going to place these buns in the oven for second rise, and we are going to give, say, let's do 1 hour. We'll meet again in an hour where we will bake our pav, and also during that time, if not egg white, Seema, if you don't have egg white, you can use milk. Just that if you use milk, you won't get that golden color, you'll get a yellowish top, but it is still good. We don't have egg always on hand, and for allergy purpose or whatever, you can use milk to wash your buns. So now I'm keeping these in the oven. When we come back, it is 4:34 right now. So let's meet at 5:45. Again, we'll come back at 5:45, which is the last and final step where we'll bake our paos in. And I will be live during the full 20 minutes that we are going to bake the pav. I'm going to share one quick recipe with you, which all my friends, they really love it. It's again a variation of these buns. So stay with me, and we will meet again in an hour and 10 minutes. So let's meet again at 4:45. See you. If you have any questions, please comment. Do you cover the pav? No, most of the recipes, Neelam, they ask you to cover it with plastic foil. I don't like to cover it with plastic foil because I don't know, I always feel that when I peel the plastic foil, what if one of the pav gets ripped? So because I'm keeping my buns in the oven, I leave them just open. I don't cover them with anything. Okay, I'll see you all at 4:45 again.